And you can see from here, the market started to break up. So what we are looking for is always a trend. We want to see we see the red pentagon, then we see the what we want to look for, the market to turn, so it goes into a stage 1. All right, we're looking for sign of strength, SOS. When the sign of strength appeared, then the green pentagon will appear, and then you'll get a chart like this up here. And then we just want to blow it up and share it with you here. So right now you can see this is a very nice what we call confirm no demand. Once I confirm no demand, this market can move, right? Which is actually part of our trainer Zach, right? Previously talk about this a lot. And you can see on the left hand side, around the 1380, there were a lot of spring test, spring line change. So that tells you 1380 is the support, and the market's not going to go down. But the question was, it took some time for the US market to recover, and of course allows the foreign fund. The foreign funds have always been this kind of the big player in here. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. Do apologize for the earlier inconvenient no audio, right, as I was adjusting the so we have the green pentagon, which appeared about 3 days ago, and also finding the support at 112. So if you look back from the VSA plugin in trading view, which is something that also part of the premium membership in here, you can see from here the market tested up of the upside, right? Tested, pull back, and then tested. It's quite different, right? You can see from here. Let me just go back again. You can see from here, right? This chart here, you have this sell-off, which is usually was the 30th of June year end, but the market completely come back the next day. Is just to do some sort of window dressing, but the market is ready to push back up. So right now you can see this market really started to move back, and we have seen the foreign fund the last 2 days started to come in, and as long as they started to come in, which is good, but little hint of note. Now do take note, the ringgit is strengthening right now, and this is due to the CPI figures which did came out, and informed the members precisely in here. The CPI came out, low interest rate is expected, means lower demand for US dollars, which does mean lower demand for US dollar, appreciation in non-US dollar. So Malaysian ringgit is benefiting from that, and the whole region. That's why with the ringgit strengthening in here, that what means foreign fund will start to come back in here, and they will buy when it's cheap, and it gets stronger, they will probably sell it off. You understand the mathematics? Yes, that's why I do think that going forward, our KLCI will see more foreign funds buying because of the strong. If the ringgit continue to get weaker, foreign fund won't come in, because when they buy right now 4.7, by the time 2 months down the road it's 4.9 already, so they're losing money. But if they know the flow, it's going to turning in favor of the Malaysian ringgit. 4.65, it'll turn to 4.5, and I do think they're likely to move back to 4.4, which is also good for the Pakatan Harapan, to talk about strengthening of the ringgit in the coming months in here. So that would definitely give the kind of picture. Right, now let's take a look also in the KLCI chart that we see here. Now, if you look very nicely, this is from the VSA 360. We did have 6 months, okay? 6 months of continuous of downtrend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have not seen that before, right? This is something very phenomena, as I said before in here. Never in the history when we started, this company, and looking back to all the data, 6 years of really, I felt that this something need to be done about it. But of course, month of July, we are getting this recover, and it's down 6% in here. Now remember, we do have the local state election coming on the 12th of August in here, and I do think the next coming 5 months it's going to be very interesting to see this market's going to be moving up, playing recover. I don't think we'll end up with a -6. I'm pretty sure we will probably end up with a positive, maybe just 1 or 2%, like what we've seen in 2020 here, right, which is 3.81%. So 6% to, let's say, 2%, that's another 8 points upside from in here. Don't take my word for it, but at least in the middle of the half of the year, I have informed you in here. And if that's pretty good, give me a thumbs up in here Do apologize for the earlier inconvenience. Okay, now let's take a look at the market that we have is focusing on stock screening. Now I'm going to share with you something I've shared on the members live training, how to do the stock screening using the Pentagon Guider screener in here. So we'll be looking at the Pentagon Guider. We're going to look back a couple of days. There's a reason for that one, and we're going to looking back to the 11th of July, which is just 3 or 4 days ago. So you can see from the chart in here, there are like several columns. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory. The ST and the LT, which I'll explain to you shortly. But more important is the volume. Okay, we want to see that volume. We want to see consistently high volume here. So the turnover is important. This is the index, and it's up 0.43. So we also want to see the LT. LT is referring to the long-term trend. The higher the percentage, the better, but not too high. So when it gets too high, you see the purple color there, right? And you want to get it to green color, and I'm going to show you how to select it too. So next thing, let's we are reading about it in here. So the ST is something that referring to the shorter term trend in here. We don't want to trend. It's a bit like the railway track, remember, right? The long term trend is one of the track on the left. The ST is the one on the track on the right. So you want to have two railway track pointing upwards. That's the best way to explain it, right? LT points to the right, LT point to the left. So two railway tracks, as long as they point upwards, this thing will jalan. So we want to see the railway tracks which is turning upside. That's why we want it to be either green color or purple color at least. So that's a lot of choices in here, and that's how we want to pick this in here. Right. So next we really want to look at is this is an example when you get a lot of green. All right. So green means above the support. Like I said, the railway track in here. Red is below the railway track. The railway track is turning downwards when it's red. When it's green, that's above the support, and it's purple, it is bullish, right? We've seen a lot of bit bullish, but I'll show you how we're going to do that. So if you look back at 31st of March, again, many variety in here. If you sort it out by the LT, then it's going to be a lot of purple on the top. So we want to sort it by the volume. So you can see KSSC. No doubt it's very purplish, but it's only volume of 394. And you don't want to be trading this too. When it's such a small volume in here, you just need to be very careful in here. And also not too low too lah. All right. So this is where we use another new column, which is actually designed by our developer in here, is a percentage due date. All right. A percentage due date means we look from the date of the screener date. It could be 10 days ago, 5 days ago, 3 days ago, and then we sort of look back where it is until the last trading day. All right, I'm going to show you an example here. So it measures the gain and the losses after the signal, which in this case is the Pentagon Guider in here. You want to see whether the trade is still valid or not. The good range to monitor is within a few percent, to about 3 to 4% in here, plus minus 3 to 4% in here. And if the figure has gone up 10-20%, that's not the trade we want to, because we want to see the trend, like the railway track started to move up. Right, started to move up in here, and that's where the percentage is important for these purposes in here. All right, so let's take a look at using the VSA 360, demo it, and we highly encourage those of you who have not used it before or thinking of using the Pentagon Guider flow here, something you can try out, our 10-day free trial there. Definitely no obligation. You can check it out in here. So first thing, once you get it in here, you will see it's on the 13th, right? So what we want to do, we go back to the left. We don't want to go back too far away. We can go on. You can go back to the 3rd, and you can see this blue color here indicates when the KLCI is so-called green pentagon, blue trend zone, referring back to the chart also, right? Referring to the back chart, when you see yellow here, that means it is turning downward. So right now you can go back here. We only have market actually turned green pentagon on the 12th. Right, and then there was a public holiday here on the 29th, and then now 30. So what we do, we can go back to the 11th, right? Because we don't want to go back too far. If we go back too far, the market already run. Then we submit. All right, so you get this chart here. So next thing you want to do, as I said before, this is the percentage. So which means from the 11th of July until the 13th of July, this is how much the stocks has moved up to yesterday, right? Because today is 14 lah. Yesterday is 13. So we look back to here. So first thing we do, we sort by volume. Okay, and then you can see when you sort by volume, those very low volume one, you abaikan lah, just ignore it lah. Because 340, how to trade? That's yesterday. 340 cannot trade because anybody can. So when you sort it out, this is what you get. So you have NILEX, right? And you can see here, this is the percentage in here. Once you sort it by volume, you want to look for the green one, right? Green LT and green ST. Or purple also okay, right? So from here onwards, you don't need to go to any of the stock. You just mouse over them. You can see, hey, NILEX not too bad, huh? You see, it's line change. Oh, let me just move it up so you can see it up. So you can see line change. Last one, line change, push it up. And so this is strictly purely for trading, right? You got still 173,000 from the last Pentagon, which is this bar here. Let me just, this bar here was 173. So right now it's moving sideways. So matter of time. So what you want to do is set the alert. So you can set the alert at what price? You set the alert at 495, which is this high here, right? 495. So you can go to maybe what I do is I can go to apa itu NILEX. Okay, so I go to NILEX. I click on here, takes me to NILEX. So I set the alert at 495 lah, or I can go to SmartRobie and set it up to. So in here I set the alert. This is NILEX 495. The upper side is 50 cents, which is 10% from. So we just put 4. Don't put 495 lah. 490 is okay lah. Huh? 490, right? Then we can put here ready to masuk. Okay, ready to masuk. Okay, then we can put that. So we just create this alert here. So we created that alert. So that is, okay, counting maybe. Okay, so that counting, we go back. Okay, we'll come back to here again. So we counting maybe. So we set one alert already. So that's pretty nice because we got the volume 173. So you understand, if you understand, give me a thumbs up how you want to do this kind of trade in here, right? So you can set up a lot of alerts, especially right now market hot, but we already know the stock after Green Pentagon sudah jalan kan, sudah jalan, so we hold it in here. Now it's already down, currently it's still down 3% in here, but we want it to move up. Kalau dia jalan, then we go in. So next one we have also down 3%. Of course, better we buy upside sikit lah. Here you can see. Now you remember from 11th of July to 13th of July, okay, the 11th to 13th of July, you have all these negative. You can also buy positive one, means stock masih naik kan, masih naik. So this is a 154 cents. So this is a penny stock lah. But ST already move up. LT is long term is starting to turn. So of course, this one sudah 4%. Then you can move up. You can see here. Nice, isn't it? It's like a nice uptrend. This is like what we call a stage 2 trending share. PT resources, okay? Of course, from here onwards, you can check whether you have foreign funds insider buying or not, right? So that's how you make a very informed decision, unlike any other system out there, right? So you can see here, there was one buying 350,000. I think that's probably one of the owner lah. Okay, PT resources. There is no shareholder in here. Oh, we can definitely check it out later. There's only one buying. This is probably 4.1 million and he bought 350. So he's actually distributing. So this company, it's rated 4 out of 8. What do they do? I think it's plantation. This one, PT. Apa dia buat lah? Consumer food and beverage Ace Market. So you just mouse over here, you can see MH Food Mart Principal. Frozen seafood. Okay, frozen seafood. This stock going back to 6 months ago. Yes, it's a trading stock. This kind of seafood. Dividend but very high ROE. Okay, so take note of it. There are no dividend, right? Didn't declare. So maybe they're still growing this share. R1 61 cents. Okay, 61 cents is your next perhaps resistance level in here. So that's how you want to be looking at. Now let's go back to some of those like massing. Okay, property started to move up. You can see from this chart onwards, market break up, then come back down, then turn back up. That's today's chart, 14th of July. So you can see a nice pullback, and you are really getting into a taxi about to move on. And that's my point here. So this is how you are able to pick up and move from here onwards. Okay, and let's go on Star Media. You can go down to page 2, all right, where the volumes are a bit lower. Okay, and what we want to do is look for those couple of percentage, and most of these are just nice. Okay, Vitrox is something I like too. You can see here, Vitrox. Okay, we just wait for the system to come back here. Yeah, this is a Vitrox. All right, again, line change. okay, and also ready to break up, because we do see the, I think, a DNO also like it, pops up also, right? You see Green Pentagon, try to sell down, pops up, and these are all technology related. And remember, I talk about the market playing catch up, right? So this is something that those of you who are already member, try out this method. I think I've talked about this on the live trading, in the live trading. And of course, for those of you who are members, just go to KC Help, the live trading, the live training session which I did was on this session here, episode 23. Okay, episode 23, you can watch that video. So this is really one of the big benefit being a Trade VSA premium member. So you can watch out a lot of the video that we have done in here, and this is something I've talked about in here, and that's why you're able to access some of the knowledge that we have on the market. So we just wait for the video to come back in, and just wait for the video to come out, and you're able to see this. That's right, here we go. This is the video that I've talked about in here, and it was 38 minutes. So you can actually scroll right to the end. You can see 27 minutes, right? And you can play from then onwards, which I talk about the trading, so you won't miss any of our important session in here, right? So this is why membership is important, that you have some sort of a guidance in here going forward. Okay, so here we are. So that's I want to cover shortly. Now next thing I want to move on. So quick summary, case study, look back the last 10 days, sort out the volume, look for the volume building, and then do the trade, right? So we did a training on the 10th, which I share with the member on the 9:30. We do all our live training at night at 9:30 every Monday for half an hour and plus a 10 minutes Q&A. So when new members were able to ask questions, for the older members, they can do the virtual trade at virtualtrade.smartrobie.com. That's a member training. So we did a couple of trades on the 10th, and you can see from the 10th, of course, we pick up the same stock similar to the method I just described to you. So you can actually do it. So we already got that. You can see here, day traded is the 10th of July in here. We bought Tune Pro, BJ Corp, and we bought 272, which is TTVHB. And you can see from there onwards the profit, because we already know the background. What I've shared with you, KLCI is strong. We bought the Green Pentagon, and the stock started to move up, but haven't moved up a lot yet. So that really gives you to catch those stocks before they jalan. Great way, right? So if you like that, give me a thumbs up in here, and that's how going forward. So some of the stock trade idea that I really like, okay, apologize for the stocks in here, is Nilex, SMRT, PTRB, DNO, and Victrox. All right, keep that in mind here. So let's look at the insider buying and insider selling right now. Okay, the insider buying, insider selling. From the insider buying from last week, okay, we have this few shares here, and we have Tenko. Okay, so let's look at Tenko right now. Okay, going back to the Tenko. You can see Tenko last week on the what date? Okay, what date was that? Let's bring it up. Tenko was on the 16th of June. Okay, so 16th of June was here. 16th of June was here. You can see here. Right? Let's go to a 6 months. You can see 16th of June was here. No, let's switch to a 3 month. 3 months enough. See, 16th of June. You can see a lot of buying, and then finally the stock actually moved up from 50 cent to 57 cent. That's a lot of profit too, kan? Before the red Pentagon, of course, when you see a bit more, take some profit lah, because these are, trading share lah, trading share. So this one really works well. So another benefit beside the Pentagon Guider thing, we also have the insider buy, which actually make a very good combo to look into this market and making that informed decision. So if you are a trader investor looking to make an informed decision, especially like some of our members who is doing that, this method will put you in a special category. Unlike many of the system out there in here, we do look at the insider buying that give you a head, and you don't have to be every day like 5 minutes looking at it, 10 minutes looking at it. I do believe this is definitely one of the better ways to look into this market as I see the progress that we are seeing right now here. Okay. All right, if you like this system, give me a thumbs up in here, and that is what we will be looking going forward, right? Okay, next we will be talking about is the The next stocks we have is Mr. DIY. Okay, Mr. DIY here. So you can see from Mr. DIY, let's put Mr. DIY here. And again, we were looking Mr. DIY. Okay, and don't worry, I will give you also stocks to look at today. So next week when we come back and look at this, will be very sad. So Mr. DIY was also 16th of June in here, 1916. It did go up higher before the red pentagon. So you have the red pentagon also telling you the market will break down in here. And of course, we all know Mr. DIY has some issues with the pitch in. This is landscape. Mr. DIY, okay. This is a lot, maybe the Mr. DIY news, the margin was a problem. Margin was really a problem in here, and apparently also the DIY also pick up a lot of other stocks in here. Okay, so we got to improve on the Robie to pick up those stocks in here. All right, so this week insider buying, let's check it out. Okay, so for this week insider buying, we have the first stock right at the top there, and let me just show it to you, is no other than MN Holding. Okay, MN Holding, you can see some buying, and right at the nice base inside there, right at the nice base inside there. So if you can read the chart well, okay, think about it, see how you go from there. So next one we have is VStack, which is actually a good stocks in here. Lots of buying in here, but do take note, this is a dividend play stocks, so generally they are kind of very slow. It doesn't move up in here like what we saw in Tenko. So my goal was basically actually to teach you how to pick up some of these stocks as we go forward right now. So can these stocks go higher with the buying and selling? We'll know. All right, so we are coming to the end, a bit longer, but I want to deliver the message that we right now the KLCI turning green pentagon in here. Lots of opportunity, that's definitely for sure, and with the right tools like the VSA 360, check out our 10-day free trial in here and get you sign up or motivated in here. But if you're ready to sign up in here, this is our 12-month package in here and giving you more exclusivity into the market. People are saying great thing about in here, but also coming from the same power of VSA, the trade VSA in here, you can also get on SmartRobie that we can use it too. And if you have any stocks that you want me to look out for, feel free to pencil those in here. I am ready to answer them. All right. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube if you have not done so, and for all our video and done so, and also right now is to look into our Telegram chat room. All right, and for all our educational video. That's all we have. Have a great weekend in here, and I'll be back on Monday. Okay, be back on Monday with our breakfast show. That's all.